With this method, you and your friend can get over 1.1 million every 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast you can do this. So here's the proof. You can see me and my friend actually got the 1.2 million from this heist. And you as the host, you will get the money. However, you will only get the money on PC. And these are the preps you will need to do for the casino heist, because this week it is diamonds instead of the casino heist. And by the way, when you're driving to the casino, take the shortcut, drive straight forward with the MC location here, and you will teleport straight into the casino. And you and your friend, you will actually each get 1.2 million, and only people on PC will be able to keep the money as the host, as I said. However, people that are playing on console, the host on consoles will unfortunately not get the money. However, what you will need to do a workaround and around this is, as the host, give the other guy 85%, and then he needs to run the heist back to you and give you 85% when you are not the host. And it's only the host that needs to do the glitch here. The other guy, he does not need to do the glitch. So this means that if you are on PC, you only need one host, and the other guy can like get 50%, so you guys split it equally, because both of you will of course need to use the same amount of time to do the glitch here. So that's why I recommend, if you're on PC, just give each other either percent each heist, or just do the same method as on console, where you give like the other guy 85%, and or you as the host can actually take 85%, and you can just bring a random along for every heist, and he can take 15%. Meaning you as the host will get a crazy amount of money if you're on PC. But as you can see in the background here, I just have the gameplay of how I did it, and the important part of this is when you enter the vault, basically, because you want to get as much money as possible during this heist. So it is important that you have a plan when you go inside of the casino heist here. And by the way, smack the like button if this helps you out. Also, so when you get into the vault here, I recommend that I always go front, because there's always like 2 or 3 stuffs in the front here. And the other guy, I'd always tell him to go right, because there's usually always at least one open door on the right where he can also every time access the diamonds here. With 2 players, I haven't been able to grab all of the diamonds without raising the alarm, so you will need to leave one of the trays here, but that's not that much money. However, if you want to go aggressive and grab that last tray for getting an additional 8 of this, because you are grabbing 7 out of the 8 trays, so if you want to get the last one, the final 8th tray, you can consider raising the alarm. However, I wouldn't say it's worth it, because it takes way more time or like effort to do this, and with this method you don't really have to use any effort to do this. That's why I recommend you do this heist on hard on the beacon difficulty to get way more money, because if you do this aggressively, you will not get as much time as in the vault. However, you will not need to do the fingerprint tag. And by the way, the fingerprint tag is fairly easy to practice, so I just recommend you to practice that for around 10 minutes by that little mini game and practice, or just look up a YouTube video on how we do that. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. I do not recommend doing it on Silent Sneaky, but that's just because I don't like Silent Sneaky. It takes too much difficulty to like keep it silent, but like I think you can do it Silent Sneaky if you want to, but I think like the beacon is the easiest approach ever to do this in. You're literally just walking inside of the vault, escaping in time, and then like disguising yourself as a news agent, or you can take the high roller outfit or the fire truck outfit. I recommend the news outfit, as I experienced the other outfits have a bit more chance of getting detected with. But you can see here, I'm just grabbing all of the diamonds here. It's pretty simple here. We are actually getting way more money here. By the way, when it comes to the crew, I didn't tell this in the beginning, but for the crew, I recommend that you take the cheapest gunman and driver possible, so the 5% ones, and take Paige as the hacker, as Paige gives you 9%. She takes a 9% cut. But however, if you have Avi, you can consider taking Avi, as he gives a few seconds extra, and he's just 1% extra. But I just use Paige, but like you could consider taking Avi, as he actually gives you a few more seconds, and I usually end up grabbing on the final tray, not being able to finish it every time. So if you want to finish that tray, you can consider taking Avi, but something you have to decide for yourself here. And also, do the preps here, do not do the power drills, because if you have a random here, he might sometimes, he's thinking like, oh, I can just use the power drills on the deposit boxes, yay me, I'm getting extra money. But no, he's not getting extra money, we all know this by now. And also for the preps, do the level 2 security pass, as that gives you access to every door without needing to hack them. So definitely take the level 2 security pass. And you can consider doing dug and shipments. You don't really need to do it, as you will just be sneaking around. However, if you feel like you sometimes go aggressive and you don't want to restart it over, and do dug and get all of the 10 shipments, and you will have a fairly easy time shooting yourself out of the vault here. And that's for the optional preps here. Of course, do the security intel if you want to look for where the cameras are, if you're into that. But that's also prep you won't have to redo it later on. And as I said, it is diamonds this week, and diamonds are a limited time event. However, if you are seeing this video when diamonds are not in the casino taking, then just do artwork or do gold. I have experience getting more artwork with 2 players than I have experience getting gold with 2 players. So just do artwork or gold. Doesn't really matter which one you do, as long as you never do cash, because cash pays like worst thing ever, and 2 players won't even be able to grab all of the cash. So if you do, it actually take 2 extra players, but that's something you have to decide for yourself. I would just recommend either do diamonds, artwork, or gold. Never do cash. And you do it on hard difficult, 10% extra payout. It's super easy. And by the way, take out this card here, just knock him out with your gun. I've experienced with him, don't knock him out with it. He actually just fall to the floor and don't really ice, you know. So just use your gun when you knock him out from behind. That's super easy as well. And yeah, try to sneak your way out. It's super easy once you get a hang of it. You know, slide out of this counter here. If you are first inside of this room here, just go to the first one so your teammate knows which one that he's supposed to be getting, because just don't go to the first one, you know. Take the first one, that's how it works. Also for escaping here, that's fairly simple here. I'm gonna tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, so keep watching so you don't miss anything. And yeah, sometimes, you know, your teammate got away because some of the guards are in the way here, but that's not to worry here. We can just skip this part here. Also, when you're escaping here, I do recommend that you take the chopper over the sewers, because the chopper is easier and it will always make you get the elite challenge. However, if you want to vary this, of course, just use whatever escape option you want to. I do recommend that you upgrade the getaway cars, as you will be keeping them for every heist. So you definitely upgrade the vehicles, getaway vehicles, if you want to use them. You know, enter them in your arcade, sit in and upgrade them. And you do not actually need to knock out any guards. Just walk past. You can consider knocking him out if he appears red on the minimap and you don't have the proper disguise. And when you are escaping here, take a car from the left if you see that's happening. If you see a car coming in from the left and that is actually closer than the getaway vehicles, just take the car from the street, because as soon as you walk around a 1 block distance from the casino, you will actually get detected. And by the way, don't have a teammate shoot the car, shoot the driver, just run in front of the car, and it will usually just slow down because it is not alerted yet. As you will see here, this time this is a different heist. We just run in front of here, and he actually slowed down, and we were able to steal the car without him getting detected. So you do not have to shoot your civilian car. You can just run in front of him and actually stop allowing you to steal his car. It's kind of the way, you know. Civilians are kind of the way letting us use their cars. And when you go to the chopper here, it might sometimes not spawn in, so that's why I recommend this route here. And if the chopper don't spawn in, just go around, take the right, and then take a few left turns, and it should spawn in when you come back. Like here we can see the choppers in, you can see the red here, you see this chopper like tailing in. But if it didn't spawn in, just take the right instead of going to the left here, and go around the block, and it should like spawn in when you come back here. Also park your car next to that wall, so we actually spawn in on top of that little ledge, so we don't have to run extra. It's a little expert glitch, I guess, a little bug, or a feature. And this is one of the important aspects here. As the host, you do not want to be in the driver's seat, because you will need utmost focus on the timing here. So if you are in the driver's seat, use more of your focus to driving the chopper versus doing the glitch, because the timing here is essential. If you mess up the timing here, one of 3 things will happen here. If you're too early, you will keep your heist, but you will not get the money. If you're too late, you will lose your heist, and I think you might get the money, but you not sometimes get the money. But if you do it just right, you will keep your heist and you will get the money. But if you're too early, you will keep the heist, but you will not get paid. So that's why my experience sometimes not getting paid is just because you were too early. What you want to do here, when you arrive, bring up your phone. If you're on console, you want to just close the game right now when the game's closed, right when the phone goes down. If you're on PC, you will want to close the game right now when that white spinning thing turns to yellow for transaction pending. As soon as the white changes to yellow, that's when you want to close the game, like on the spot when like the white changes to yellow. And once that happens here, you do not want to close the game. You want to pull off the Ethernet cable on PC. If you close the game, like from Task Manager, that might add some more delay to it. But what you want to do is you want to pull off the Ethernet cable on PC, and that should work just fine. And then once you come into like story mode, then just go into online again with the Rockstar Social Club and go into an online invite only session. I use invite only because that's faster loading up, and it allows me to like invite my friend faster back to another heist. And here you can see, once you come back here, it says I did a big con, and you can see we got around 1.1 million each. So for a total of 2.2 million every 10 to like 15 minutes, depending on how fast you do this. And you can see we kept our heist. That was pretty simple. Thank you for watching. I will see you later. Take care, everyone.